Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the 361st Basic Training class. My name is Josh Long, and I'm a training administrator and served as a class coordinator for the 361st. At this time, I'd ask you to join me in welcoming today's graduates, the 361st Basic Training class. Members of the 361st Basic Training class, ladies and gentlemen, please rise or remain standing and direct your attention to the Hutchinson Police Department Honor Guard for the presentation of colors. Honor Guard, please post the colors.
Center, face, post, colors. Present arms. Order, arms. Center, face. Forward, march.
You may be seated. You too. The Wall of Honor was designed as a reminder of those KLETC graduates who have died in the line of duty. The Wall of Honor preserves their memories and gives families, friends, and law enforcement officers the opportunity to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice in service of the citizens of Kansas. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence to honor those 32 KLETC graduates no longer with us. Thank you. Members of the 361st. It's here, graduation day. What you thought was an insurmountable task 14 weeks ago is now finally here. You guys get to go out, become sheriffs, officers, go out and do cop stuff like you've been training for the past 14 weeks. Friends and family, I have a couple things to say to you and to them, but it's thank you. Thank you for supporting them for the last 14 weeks. You guys were on the home front every day, every week, while I told these graduates up here that they got to come here and live out a dream, get paid to go to school, and learn how to do a profession that it really matters within the state. So I want to thank you for that. And I also want to thank the graduates of the 361st for the hard work that you guys have put in the last 14 weeks. I know it's not been easy. There are times where you've second-guessed decisions and choices, second-guessed yourselves, but you guys have came through together as a team, and it's made me as your coordinator super proud to have the 13 of you up here. So I really want to thank you for that and be the first to congratulate you on your graduation day. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to invite the Associate Director of Basic Training, Jeff Oslin, to the podium as today's guest speaker.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll indulge me just a minute, I'd like to actually have one more mentor session with this class, and I'll let you kind of look in the window to kind of see what those mentor sessions. I've had a couple opportunities to visit with this class over the past 14 weeks, but I just kind of want to have one more moment to maybe I can impact you for the rest of your career. And if you think about it, class, so I know you've been through other graduations in the past, and many of those graduation remarks kind of, you don't remember those, do you? So I'm going to give you 4 words for you to remember. And when I say it, you're going to be offended. Okay. I hope you stink. And you're like, why would you dare say that to me? Now, you're going to have some smells in this job, right? I mean, those of you who have worn a bulletproof vest know that smell. And if you haven't had a family member that has that, you're going to know that smell. So that's not what I'm talking about. I want to help to set that into some context for you. Okay, whether you realize this or not, you all are leaders. Whether you're the youngest person in your department or you have the least amount of training, you all are leaders. There are going to be so many people in your community that's going to look to you for guidance, protection, direction, and they just want to be cared for. You're going to have little kids that are going to want to dress up like you for Halloween. They're going to want to come up and touch your patrol car. Okay, you're leaders now. And you have some choices now on what kind of a leader that you want to be. There's a book written by a guy named Lynn Anderson, and he compares 2 styles of leadership that I would like for you to really consider as you're at this crossroads. You can choose which kind of leader you want to be. And he uses a couple of historical things. One of those, which is a very good one, I think those of us in Kansas get. And so I want to compare those 2 styles of leaders. One of those is the cowboy. The cowboy of the 19th century was a leader of cattle. And he used fear and noise and the crack of a whip and a lariat and the shot of a Colt revolver to scare the cattle where he wanted them to go. In the evenings, he would sit with the other cowboys. He would smell like a campfire, like a pot of coffee, like sweat. And they would tell stories and jokes, but they really weren't all that concerned about the cattle. They were just their business, right? If a cow or a calf or a steer was ailing or sick, they didn't come to the cowboy for help. They ran away from the cowboy because they were afraid of them. The cowboy would have to chase that sick steer down and rope it and try to doctor it and help it. And that steer didn't want anything to do with that cowboy. But I want you to compare that type of leadership to the Bedouin shepherds of the Middle East. And the Bedouin shepherds of the Middle East, 1,000, 2,000 years ago, were often young women. And those young women would walk with the sheep. They would use their voice to control the sheep. They would give different commands to turn left, turn right, here's the green, here's the water, we're going to sleep over here. And when sheep were scared, what would they do? They would come to the shepherd. They would run to the shepherd. And they would stay close to the shepherd because they knew that the shepherd protected them. At night, the shepherds would meet from all across the hills, and they would meet in a place like a paddock or a corral, sometimes called a fold. And it's a big stone fence that didn't have any doors on it. And they would put all these sheep together in that fold. Because there was no doors, the shepherd would lay across the door and protect the flock with their own body. And at night, when any wolves or thieves would come, they were ready. And the morning would rise and the different sheep would be all mixed together. How would you get the right sheep together? Well, the shepherd had their own unique call. They would call out and their own sheep would come to them because they knew them. They trusted them. And the sheep would go to their individual shepherds. When a lamb or a ewe was hurt, they would come to the shepherd and look to get healed and have care. So you have a choice. Like Mr. Anderson said, you can smell like sheep or you can be a cowboy. Should you use fear, intimidation, and just isolate yourself off with all the other cowboys? Or should you walk amongst the sheep and have that they feel comfortable enough that they would come to you with whatever they have going on in their lives and would share that with you? Because that's what being a part of your community is. So my challenge to you is when you go back home, that when you're going to smell like something, right? I hope you stink like a sheep, okay? Because you've walked with them, you've meandered with them, they trust you, and they'll come to you when they're in need, okay? You're all going to be a leader. It's your choice to decide what kind you want to be, okay? Maybe the first, or I guess the second, to congratulate you and to wish you Godspeed and good luck in all of your career. Congratulations.
Here at KLETC, we recognize those student officers who have excelled in various professional skill sets throughout their training, one of which is fitness. They have learned that being physically fit and healthy helps them deal with the daily stresses they'll face, and it aids them in supporting a healthier lifestyle, enabling them to better mitigate the dangers they may encounter. During their time here at KLETC, all students of the 361st have remained active and engaged within a physical fitness routine. However, one student is going to be recognized today for receiving the Fitness Award. For a student to receive this award, they must have successfully completed all academic performance skills testing, along with 30 push-ups within a minute, 30 sit-ups within a minute, running at least an 1.5 minute mile, and they must have logged over 200 miles running outside of the normal KLETC activity. I'd like to invite Levi Browers up here with me to the podium and recognize him for meeting and succeeding all these goals. Congratulations. It's now time for the class president of the 361st Basic Training class to deliver a few remarks on behalf of the graduating class. Jake Montgomery from the Fort Hays State University Police Department.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the 361st Basic Class of the Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center. My name is Officer Jake Montgomery of the Fort Hays State University Police Department, and I'm honored to be here representing my family, my community, and my fellow classmates here today. Over the last 14 weeks of attending KLETC, each and every one of you have helped us grow and learn and help get us to where we are here today. Whether it is our families, friends, chiefs, sheriffs, instructors, staff, role players, and of course, fellow classmates. I can confidently say that everybody I just listed and more, I probably forgot to list or said, did something that has and will continue to stick with us all. So I'd like to take a minute to thank each group. Families and friends, thank you for your constant support. You were the ones who gave us the strength to push on and pursue our dreams. Whether you were having to manage work and kids, taking care of tasks that are usually done by us attending here, and for just living life without your loved ones being home with you. The world kept on turning while we were here, and you all kept going without us and gave us the love and support to allow us to pursue our dreams of working in law enforcement. So thank you for the sacrifices you've all made to allow us to pursue our dreams. To our chiefs and sheriffs, thank you for putting your faith in us and allowing us to have the opportunity to chase our dreams of becoming law enforcement officers. Thank you for that trust and support. I know we are all very grateful. Now, because of your trust and support, I know we are all ready to return home and help serve in our communities. So thank you. To our instructors, administrators, staff, and role players, thank you for the guidance, advice, personal experiences, and most importantly, your patience. I know even with all 13 of us, it wasn't as easy as you all made it look. We are thankful for the tools you have given us to add to our own tool belts to use when we return home. Thank you for your time and dedication to help shape the future of law enforcement here in Kansas by showing us the right way to get things done. Lastly, Class 361, congratulations. This journey with you has been just awesome. It's been an honor to get to know and work with each and every single one of you. I know you all are going to make your friends, families, agencies, and communities extremely proud. I know every class probably says this, but I'm not afraid to say that I believe this is one of the best classes that come through here at KLETC. Our small number and all. So once again, congratulations. You've all earned this, and I know your communities are all extremely lucky to have you. So now that we've gotten through this together, we can officially go out and do what we've heard every morning for the past 14 weeks. Class 361, go do cop stuff.
Jake, it's my pleasure on behalf of the KLETC administration and staff to present you with this plaque of appreciation for being the class president. Hope you display it proudly. In law enforcement, ethics is at the forefront of our training and our profession. The law enforcement oath of office affirmation is a constant reminder of the importance of always doing the right thing. This is something we've discussed in depth during your time here at KLETC. The ultimate purpose of law enforcement is public service. A law enforcement officer assumes a great responsibility when they affirm the oath of office. They have entered a position of being role models and leading by example. They are enforcers of the law and protectors of our community. I'll now ask Class President Jake Montgomery to lead the class in reciting the law enforcement oath of office affirmation. It's on you, sir.
Oath. On my honor.
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, my community, and the agency I serve.
Recover.
You may be seated. In a few moments, you will be presented with a challenge coin. A challenge coin is symbolic and meaningful and given to someone as a reminder of what they have done or confirmed membership in an organization. This coin today will recognize you as a KLETC graduate. I ask that you carry it with you as a reminder of the lessons learned and the friendships forged during your time here at KLETC. On the back of the coin is the oath that each of you just affirmed moments ago. Carry it with you and let it be a constant reminder to always do the right thing. 361, it has been my honor to be your class coordinator and a very small part of your journey. I wish you nothing but success. I'll now ask Jeff Oslin, the Associate Director of Basic Training, to join me on stage and present members of the 361st with their certificates. Class President Jake Montgomery will announce the names.
Front row, please stand. Marco Avalos, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Chad Blackwell, Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Abigail Beckman, Prairie Band Potawatomi Tribal Police. Levi Browers, Coffee County Sheriff's Office. Ian Cruz, Junction City Police Department. Evan Dolly, Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Front row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. William Feathers, Wamego Police Department. V. Harold, Osborne County Sheriff's Office. Nathaniel Carlin, Ellis County Sheriff's Office. Michael Kuba, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Christopher Moore, Douglas County Sheriff's Office. Lane Peter, Douglas County Sheriff's Office.
And Jake Montgomery from the Fort Hays State University Police Department. Second row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, we'd just like to thank everybody for coming today and for your support for these graduates. It couldn't have happened without your continual care for the things happening at home and your love and concern for them. So we really appreciate how much you've cared for them. For the administrators in the room, thanks for continuing to select such great applicants and to send them to KLETC for us to train, and for your support and partnership that we have with you. We appreciate that so much. Will the graduates of the 361st please stand? On behalf of the Director of Police Training, Darren Beck, I hereby certify that each of you have completed all the requirements to become a certified law enforcement officer in the state of Kansas. And let me be the first to congratulate you to the family of law enforcement of Kansas. Congratulations.